Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Today I will be reading the final just 30 of the Quran Sharif from this Quran. Alhamdulillah, I'm so excited. And today is the last day of this Ramadan. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri. Yahlul yaqdatan min lisani amri yafkahu qawli. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Ar-Rahman Rahim. Malik Yawmiddin. إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين. So we're going to start right at the top of Juz 30 with Surah Naba. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. In the name of Allah, the Compassionate, the Merciful. About what are they asking? About the mighty news about which they are in disagreement. Very soon they shall come to know. We repeat, very soon they shall come to know. Is it not true that we have spread the earth like a bed, and the mountains as pegs, created you in pairs, provided you rest and sleep, made the night a mantle, made the day to work for earning your livelihood, built above you 7 firmaments, placed therein a shining lamp, sent down abundant water from the clouds, bringing forth grain, vegetation, gardens of thick growth? The day of judgment is already fixed. On that day the trumpet shall be sounded, and you shall come forth in multitude. The sky shall be opened, and it will become gateways. The mountains shall vanish as if they were a mirage. For sure, hell is a place of ambush, a home for the transgressors. There they shall live for ages, and there they shall taste neither refreshment nor drink, except scalding water and decaying filth, a fitting recompense for their deeds, for they never expected to be accountable, and wittingly rejected our revelations. But we had recorded everything in a book. It will be said, taste the fruits of your deeds. You shall have nothing but increase in punishment. On that day, the righteous will certainly achieve their heart's desires, beautiful gardens, vineyards, and maiden of the same age, and a full cup. They shall hear no vanity nor any falsehood. A recompense and a generous gift from your Rabb, the Rabb of the heavens, the earth, and all that lies between them, the compassionate, before whom no one shall be able to speak. On that day, the Spirit, Jibreel, and the angels shall stand in their ranks. None shall speak except the one to whom the compassionate shall grant permission to speak. And he will speak straight to the point. That day is a sure reality. Let him who desires seek a way back to his Rabb. Indeed, we have forewarned you of an imminent punishment which lies close at hand. On the day when man shall see what his hands have set forth, and the unbelievers will cry, woe to me! Would that I merely dust. Surah Naziyat. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. In the name of Allah, the Compassionate, the Merciful. By those angels who violently pull out the souls of the wrongdoers, by those who gently draw out the souls of the righteous, by those who glide about swiftly through space and race each other in a race to carry out the commands of Allah, and those who regulate the affairs of the world by Allah's commands, the day on which the quake shall cause a violent commotion, which will be followed by another violent commotion. On that day, some hearts shall be pounding with terror, and their sights shall be downcast. The unbelievers say, shall we really be restored to our former state when we shall have become decayed bones? They further say, it would then be a fruitless restoration. They should know that it shall be only a single shout, and they will be back to life in open plain. Have you heard the story of Musa when his Rabb called him in the sacred valley of Tuwa and said, go to Fir'aun, for he has indeed transgressed all bounds, and tell him, have you the desire to purify yourself? If so, I shall guide you towards your Rabb so that you may fear him. Then Musa showed Fir'aun the mighty sign, but he denied and disobeyed. Then he quickly turned back, assembled his people, and made a proclamation: I am your Rabb, the Most High. Consequently, Allah seized him for punishment, both in the hereafter and in this life. Surely in this there is a lesson for those who fear Allah. O mankind, is your creation harder than the heaven and the earth that He built? He raised its canopy and fashioned it to perfection. He gave darkness to the night and brightness to the day. After that, He spread out the earth. Then from it, He brought forth its water and its pasture, set its mountains, and made them a provision for you and your cattle. When the great disaster will strike, the day when man will call to his mind all that he has striven for, when hell shall be placed in full view of all, then he who had rebelled and preferred the life of this world shall have his abode in hell. But he who had feared standing before his Rabb and curbed his evil desires shall have his home in paradise. They ask you about the hour. When will it come? But it is not for you to know or tell its timing. Only your Rabb knows when it will come. You are but a warner to him who fears it. On that day when they shall see it, they shall feel as if they had stayed in this world only one evening or one morning. Surah Abasa. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. In the name of Allah, the Compassionate, the Merciful. He, the Prophet, frowned and turned away when there came to him the blind man. How could you, O Muhammad, tell? He might have sought to purify himself or become reminded and might have benefited from our reminder. As for him who thinks himself without need, to whom you are giving all your attention, you will not be held responsible if he would not purify himself. Yet to him who came to you with zeal on his own and with fear of Allah in his heart, you gave no heed. Nay, it should not be so. Surely this is an admonition. Let him who wants pay attention to it. It is written in scrolls which is honored, exalted, purified, and which remain in the hands of scribes who are noble and virtuous. Woe to disbelieving man, how ungrateful he is. Out of what Allah has created him, out of a semen drop, Allah created him and then fashioned him in due proportion, then makes the way easy for him, then causes him to die and stows him in a grave. Then he will surely bring him to life when he pleases. By no means has he fulfilled the duty that Allah had assigned him. Let man reflect on the food he eats. We pour down rainwater in abundance and cleave the soil asunder. We bring forth grain, grapes and vegetables, olives and dates, lush gardens, fruits and herbage, as a means of sustenance for you and your cattle. Finally, when there will come the deafening blast, on that day each man shall free from his own brother, his mother and his father, his wife and his children, for each one of them on that day shall have enough concern of his own to make him indifferent to others. Some faces on that day shall be shining, smiling, and joyful, and some faces on that day shall be dusty and veiled with darkness. These shall be the faces of the disbelieving wicked. Surah Takwir. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. In the name of Allah, the Compassionate, the Merciful. When the sun ceases to shine, when the stars lose their luster, when the mountains are blown away, when the 10-month pregnant she camels are left unattended, when the wild beasts are brought together, when the oceans are set ablaze, when the souls are reunited with the bodies, when the infant girl buried alive is questioned. For what sin she was killed. When the record is laid open, when the heaven is stripped away, when hell is kindled, and when paradise is brought near, then each soul should know what it has brought. But no, I do swear by the retreating stars that run their course and hide, by the night as it dissipates, by the morning when it breathes again. Surely this is the word, a most honorable messenger, a possessor of mighty power, having very high rank with the owner of the throne, who is obeyed in heaven and is trustworthy. O people of Mecca, your companion has not gone mad. He, Muhammad, indeed saw Jibreel in a clear horizon, and he, Muhammad, is not to withhold the knowledge of the unseen. This Quran is not a word of an accursed shaitan. Where then is your imagination taking you? This is but a reminder to all the people of the world, to each one who wills to follow the right way, and you cannot will without the will of Allah, the Rabb of the worlds. Surah Infitar. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, in the name of Allah, the Compassionate, the Merciful. When the heaven is cleft asunder, when the stars fall and scatter, when the oceans are blown out, and when the graves are laid open, then each soul shall know what it has sent forth and what it has left behind. O man, what has lured you away from your gracious Rabb who created you, fashioned you, proportioned you, and molded you in whatever form he pleased? Nay, in fact, you deny the day of judgment. You should know that guardian angels have indeed been appointed over you, who are noble writers. They know all that you do. On that day, the righteous will surely be in bliss, while the wicked will indeed be in hell, in which they will be burned on the day of judgment, and from which they will not be able to escape. What could make you understand what the day of judgment is? Again, what could make you understand what the day of judgment is? It is the day when no one will have the power to do anything for one another, and when the entire command will be with Allah. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Surah Mutafifin. In the name of Allah, the Compassionate, the Merciful. Woe to those who defraud, who when they take by measure from men, take full measure. But when they give measure or by weight to others, they give less than due. Do they think that they will be raised to life again? Do they not think that they will be raised to life again on a mighty day? A day when all mankind will stand before the Rabb of the worlds? Indeed not. The record of the wicked is in Sijjin. What could make you understand what is Sijjin? It is a written book of hell. Woe on that day to the disbelievers who deny the day of judgment. None denies it except very sinful transgressors, who, when our revelations are recited to him, says, these are the tales of an ancients. Nay, in fact, their misdeeds have cast a veil over their hearts. Nay, surely on that day they shall be debarred from the vision of their Rabb. Then they shall certainly burn in hell and be told, this is what you used to deny. Nay, surely the record of the righteous is Iliyin. And what could make you understand what is Iliyin? It is a written book of paradise, attested by those who are nearest to Allah. Surely the righteous will be in bliss, reclining on soft couches, looking all around, and you will recognize in their faces the brightness of bliss. Their thirst will be quenched with pure sealed wine, the seal which will be of musk. Those who wish to excel above others, let them excel in this. That wine shall have a mixture of tasneem, a spring at which those nearest to Allah will drink. During their life on earth, those who are criminals used to mock at the believers and wink at one another as they passed them by. When they returned to their own people, they returned jesting. And when they saw the believers, they used to say, these are the people who have surely gone astray, although they had not been sent as guardians over them. On that day, the believers shall be laughing at the unbelievers as they recline on couches looking around them. Have not the unbelievers been fully rewarded for what they used to do? Surah Inshiqaq. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, in the name of Allah, the Compassionate, the Merciful. When the heaven is split asunder, obeying its Rabb's command as it ought to, when the earth spreads open and casts out all that is within it and becomes empty, obeying its Rabb's command as it ought to, then, O mankind, surely you are returning towards your Rabb with your good or bad deeds, a sure returning, and you are about to meet him. Then he who is given his book of deeds in his right hand shall have a quick and easy reckoning, and shall return to his people rejoicing. But he who is given his book of deeds from behind his back shall soon be calling for death and shall be made to enter a blazing fire. For he used to live happily with his family and thought that he would never return to Allah for accountability. Oh, yes, indeed, his Rabb has ever been watching over his misdeeds. I swear by the glow of sunset, by the night and all it gathers together, by the moon when it grows full, that you shall gradually pass from one stage to another. What is the matter with the people that they do not believe? And when the Quran is recited to them, they do not prostrate. Nay, but the unbelievers will deny it, and Allah knows what they are hiding in their hearts. Therefore, proclaim to them a painful punishment, except those who embrace the true faith and do good deeds. For them, there will be a never ending reward. Surah Burush. In the name of Allah, the Compassionate, the Merciful. By the heavens with its constellations, by the promised day of judgment, by the witnesses and that which is being witnessed, doomed be the makers of the ditch, who lit the fuel fled fire and sat around it, to watch what they were doing to the believers. They tortured them for no reason other than that they believed in Allah, the Almighty, the Praiseworthy, the one to whom belongs the kingdom of the heavens and the earth, and Allah is witness to all things. Those who persecute the believing men and believing women and do not repent shall receive the punishment of hell, wherein they shall have the punishment of conflagration. As for those who believe and do good deeds, they shall have gardens beneath which rivers flow, which will be the greatest success. Surely the seizures of your Rabb is very severe. Surely He it is who originates the creation of everything, and He it is who will repeat it on the day of resurrection. He is forgiving, the loving, the owner of the throne, the glorious, the executor of His own will. Have you not heard the story of the warriors of Fir'aun and Thamud? Yet the unbelievers persist in denying the truth, although Allah has encircled them from all around. Surely this is a glorious Quran inscribed on Allah al Mahfuz. Surah Tariq. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. In the name of Allah, the Compassionate, the Merciful. By the heavens and by the nightly visitant. And what could make you understand what a nightly visitant is? It is the star of piercing brightness. Over each soul there is a guardian angel. Let man consider from what he is created. He is created from an emitted fluid that is produced from between the loins and the ribs. Surely he has power to bring him back to life on the day when the hidden secrets will be brought to scrutiny. Then he will have neither power over his own nor any helper to save him from the punishment of Allah. By the sky, which sends down rain, and by the earth, which is ever bursting with new growth. Surely this Quran is a decisive word, and it is no joke. These unbelievers are plotting a scheme, and I too am plotting a scheme. Therefore, leave the unbelievers alone. Leave them alone for a while. Surah A'la, in the name of Allah, the Compassionate, the Merciful. Glorify the name of your Rabb, the Most High, who has created all things and perfected them, who has set their destinies and guided them, who brings forth green pasture, then reduces it to black rubbish. Soon we shall make you recite our revelations, so you shall forget none of them, except what Allah wills. Surely He knows what is open and what is hidden. We shall make it easy for you to follow the easy way. Therefore, admonish them if admonition is beneficial. He who fears Allah will heed the reminder, and he who is unfortunate will avoid it. The one who will avoid shall burn in the gigantic fire, where he shall neither die nor live. The one who will take admonition and purify himself shall be successful, who remembers the name of his Rabb and prays. But, O man, you prefer the life of this world, while the hereafter is better and everlasting. Surely the same was said in the earlier scriptures, the scriptures given to Ibrahim and Musa. Surah Ghashiyah. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. In the name of Allah, the Compassionate, the Merciful. Has the news of the ever shadowing event of resurrection reached you? On that day, some faces shall be downcast in hard labor, worn out, scorching in the blazing fire, given to drink from a boiling fountain. They shall have no food except bitter, thorny fruit, which will neither provide nourishment nor satisfy hunger. While some faces on that day shall be radiant, well pleased with their endeavors in a lofty garden. Therein they shall hear no loose talk. Therein they shall have running springs. Therein they shall be reclining on raised soft couches with goblets placed before them, cushions arranged in order, and fine carpets richly spread. Do they not look at the camels, how they are created? The sky, how it is raised high, the mountains, how they are firmly set, and the earth, how it is spread out. So keep on giving admonition, for you are admonisher, not a stake-master over them. As for those who turn their backs and disbelieve, Allah will punish them with a mighty punishment. Surely to us is their return, then surely it is for us to take their account. Subhanallah, Surah Fajr. In the name of Allah, the Compassionate, the Merciful. Wal Fajr, walayalin ashr. Okay. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. By the morning and the 10 nights, the even and the odd, and the night when it departs, is there not in these oaths enough evidence for those who use their common sense? Have you not seen how your Rabb dealt with Ad, the residents of Iram, in the city of lofty pillars, like that which had never been built in the whole world? And with the people of Thamud, who hewed out their dwellings in the rocks of the valley, and with Fir'aun, the owner of the stakes, they all transgressed beyond bounds in the land and committed great mischief therein. Therefore, your Rabb let loose on him a scourge of torment. Surely your Rabb is ever watchful. As for man, when his Rabb tries him through giving him honor and blessings, he says, my Rabb is bountiful to me. But when he tries him through restricting his provisions, he says, my Rabb has humiliated me. Nay, but you did not show kindness to the orphan, nor did you encourage each other in feeding the poor. Greedily you lay your hands on the inheritance of the weak, and you love wealth with all your hearts. Nay, you should know, when the earth is pounded to powder, your Rabb will come with angels standing in ranks, and hell shall be brought in sight. On that day, man will remember his deeds, but how is that remembering going to profit him? He will say, alas, would that I had sent forth some good deeds for this life of mine. None can punish as Allah will punish on that day, and none can bind as He will bind. To the righteous soul it will be said, O fully satisfied soul, return to your Rabb well pleased with Him and well pleasing to Him. Join my servants and enter my paradise. Surah Balad. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, in the name of Allah, the Compassionate, the Merciful. I swear by this city, you have been made lawful in this city, and I swear to your father Adam and the children he begot mankind. Certainly we have created man to be in stress. Does he think that none has power over him? He may boast, I have squandered wealth and abundance. Does he think that no one is observing him? Have we not given him 2 eyes to observe, 1 tongue to talk, and 2 lips to control it? Then we have shown him the 2 highways, the good leading towards paradise and evil leading towards hell. Yet he has not attempted to tackle the aqaba. And what could make you understand what is the aqaba? It is the freeing of a neck of a slave from bondage, or giving of food a day of famine to an orphan relative or to a needy in distress. Besides this, he should be of those who believe, enjoin fortitude, encourage kindness and compassion. Such are the people of the right hand. But those who disbelieve our revelations, they are the people left behind, having fire all around them. Surah Shams. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, in the name of Allah, the Compassionate, the Merciful. By the sun in its brightness, by the moon as it follows it, by the day as it shows its splendor, and by the night as it draws a veil over it, by the heaven and him who built it, by the earth and he who spread it, by the soul and he who perfected it, and inspired it with knowledge of what is wrong for it and what is right for it. Indeed, successful will be the one who purifies it, and indeed, unsuccessful will be the one who corrupts it. The people of Thamud denied the truth because of their arrogant transgression when the most wicked man among them was disputed to kill the she-camel. The Rasul of Allah warned them, saying, "This is Allah's she-camel. Do not harm her. Let her drink on her turn." They disbelieved him and hamstrung her. Therefore, for that crime, the Rabb let loose his scourge upon them and leveled them to the ground. For he, Allah, has no fear of its consequence. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, Surah Layl, in the name of Allah, the Compassionate, the Merciful. By the night as it covers with darkness, and by the day as it spreads its brightness, and by him who created the male and the female, surely your efforts are directed towards various ends. So for him who gives in charity, fears Allah, and testifies to goodness, we shall facilitate for him the path to good. As for him who is stingy and considers himself independent of Allah and rejects the goodness, we shall facilitate for him the path to evil. What benefit will he get from his wealth if he himself is doomed? Surely it is for us to give guidance, and surely to us belong the end and the beginning. Therefore, I warn you of the blazing fire in which none shall burn except the most wretched, who denies the truth and gives no heed. But the pious believer will be kept away from it. The one who spends in charity for self purification, not seeking any favor from anyone for which a reward is expected in return, except seeking the good pleasure of his Rabb, the Most High. Such a person shall soon be well pleased with Allah. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, Surah Duha. In the name of Allah, the Compassionate, the Merciful. By the morning daylight, and by the night when it grows dark and still, your Rabb has neither forsaken you, O Muhammad, nor is he displeased with you. Certainly, the later life shall be better for you than the earlier. Soon your Rabb shall grant you something with which you will be well pleased. Did he not find you an orphan and gave you shelter? Did he not find you lost and gave you guidance? Did he not find you poor and made you self-sufficient? Therefore, do not treat the orphan with harshness, and do not shide away the beggar, and speak gratefully about the bounty of your Rabb. Surah Inshirah. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, in the name of Allah, the Compassionate, the Merciful. O Prophet, have we not expanded your breast for you and relieved you from the burden which weighed down your back and exalted your fame? Surely with every difficulty there is relief. Surely with every difficulty there is relief. Therefore, when you are free from your daily task, devote your time to the labor of worship and turn all your attention towards your Rabb. Surah At-Teen. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, in the name of Allah, the Compassionate, the Merciful. By the fig and by the olive, by the mount of Sinai and by the city of peace, we have indeed created man in the best stature. Then we return him to the lowest of the low, except those who believe and do good deeds, for they shall have a never-ending reward. So what causes you, O disbelievers, to deny the day of judgment? Is not Allah the most just of all judges? Surah Alaq. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, in the name of Allah, the most compassionate, the merciful. Iqra. Iqra bismi rabbika alladhi khalaq. Read in the name of your Rabb who created man from a leech-like mass. Read, Your Rabb is the most gracious, who taught by the pen, taught man what he knew not. Indeed, man transgresses all bounds whenever he considers himself to be self sufficient, although surely towards your Rabb is his return. Have you seen the one Abu Jahl who forbids a servant Muhammad from offering salah? Have you considered if he was on the right guidance or was enjoying true piety? Why would he forbid someone from prayer? Have you considered if he Abu Jahl denies the truth and turns away, what will happen? Does he not know that Allah is observing all things? Nay, let him know that if he does not stop, we will drag him by the forelock, a lying, sinful forelock. So let him call his supporters for help. We too shall call the guards of hell to deal with him. Nay, do not obey him. Prostrate yourself and bring yourself closer to your Rabb. Surah Qadr. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, in the name of Allah, the Compassionate, the Merciful. Surely we have revealed this Quran in the night of Qadr. And what could make you understand what the night of Qadr is? The night of Qadr is better than 1,000 months. The angels and the spirit Jibraeel come down by the leave of their Rabb and all decrees. That night is the night of peace till the break of dawn. Surah Bayyinah. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, in the name of Allah, the Compassionate, the Merciful. Those who are unbelievers from among the people of the book and from the mushrikeen were not going to desist from their unbelief until the clear proof came to them. That is, a Rasul of Allah reciting to them holy scriptures from purified pages containing infallible books. Those who were given the book before this Quran did not divide into sects until after there came to them clear proof. Yet they are commanded nothing but to worship Allah with their sincere devotion to Him, being true in their faith, to establish Salah and to pay Zakah. And that is the infallible true religion. Surely those who disbelieve from among the people of the book and the mushrikeen shall be in the fire of hell to dwell therein forever. They are the worst of all creatures. Surely those who believe and do good deeds are the best of all creatures. Their reward with their Rabb shall be the gardens of eternity, beneath which rivers flow, to dwell therein forever. Allah shall be well pleased with them, and they shall be well pleased with Him. That is for him who fears his Rabb. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, Surah Zilzala. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, in the name of Allah, the Compassionate, the Merciful. When the earth is shaken to its utmost convulsion, and the earth brings out all its inner burdens, man shall say, what is happening to it? On that day it shall report whatever happened on it, for your Rabb shall have commanded it to do so. On that day men shall proceed its sorted out groups to be shown their deeds. Then whoever has done an atom's weight of good shall see it there, and whoever has done an atom's weight of evil shall see it there. Surah Adiyat. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, in the name of Allah, the Compassionate, the Merciful. By the snorting steeds, dashing off sparks by the stride of their hoofs, making raids in the morning and leaving a trail of dust as they dash into the middle of the enemy troops. Surely man is ungrateful to his Rabb, and surely he himself bears witness to it, and surely he is ardently devoted in his love of this worldly wealth. Is he not aware that when those who lie in the graves will be raised to life, and that which is in their hearts will be made known? Surely in their Rabb on that day shall be well acquainted with them. Surah Al-Qariya. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, in the name of Allah, the Compassionate, the Merciful. The striking calamity. What is the striking calamity? And what could make you understand what is the striking calamity? It is that day when men shall be like scattered moths and the mountains like colorful carded wool. On that day, he whose scale of good deeds is heavy shall live a pleasant, luxurious life. But he whose scale of goods is light, his abode shall be Hawiya. And what could make you understand what is Hawiya? It is a blazing fire. Surah Takattur. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, in the name of Allah, the Compassionate, the Merciful. O mankind, you have been distracted by the rivalry of piling up worldly gains against one another. You will never be satisfied until you get to the grave. Nay, you shall soon come to know. Again, nay, you shall soon come to know. Nay, what that you knew through the real knowledge provided to you in this Quran, and care about your life in the hereafter. Because on the day of judgment, when you see the blazing fire and see it with certainty of your own eyes, you shall believe it. But that belief is going to do you no good, because on that day you shall be questioned about the blessings. Surah Asr. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. In the name of Allah, the Compassionate, the Merciful. By the time through the ages, surely mankind is in a state of loss, except those who believe and do good deeds, those who exhort one another to truth and to exhort one another to patience. Surah Hamazah. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. In the name of Allah, the Compassionate, the Merciful. Woe to every slanderer and backbiter who amasses wealth and keeps on counting it. He thinks that his wealth will make him last forever. By no means. He shall be thrown into the hutama. What could make you understand what is hutama? It is the fire of Allah kindled to a blaze, which shall rise right to the hearts, closing in upon them from every side in outstretched columns. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Surah Fil. In the name of Allah, the Compassionate, the Merciful. Have you not considered how your Rabb dealt with the owners of the elephant? Did he not make their treacherous plan a flop, and sent against them flocks of birds, which pelted them with stones of baked clay, thus rendered them like the chewed up chaff? Surah Quraysh. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. In the name of Allah, the Compassionate, the Merciful. In the name of Allah, the Compassionate, the Merciful. For the covenant of security enjoyed by the Quraysh, they enjoy safety during their trade journeys of winter and summer. So they should worship the Rabb of this house, who provided them with food against hunger and made them secure against fear. Surah Ma'un. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. In the name of Allah, the Compassionate, the Merciful. Have you seen those who denies the day of judgment? He it is who drives away the orphan with harshness and does not encourage the feeding of the poor. So woe to those who offer salah but are neglected of their salah, those who make show of piety but refuse to offer help to the needy. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, Surah Kawthar. In the name of Allah, the Compassionate, the Merciful. O Muhammad, surely we have granted you Al-Kawthar. Therefore, offer salah to your Rabb and sacrifice. Surely your enemy is the one who will be cut off from the root. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, Surah Kafirun. In the name of Allah, the Compassionate, the Merciful. Say, O unbelievers, I do not worship that which you worship, nor do you worship that which I worship. I shall never worship that which you worship, nor will you ever worship that which I worship. You have your religion, and I have mine. Subhanallah. Surah An-Nasr. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. In the name of Allah, the Compassionate, the Merciful. When there comes the help of Allah and the victory, you see people embracing Allah's religion in multitudes. So glorify your Rabb with his praises and ask for his forgiveness. Surely he is ever ready to accept the repentance and forgive. Surah Lahab. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. In the name of Allah, the Compassionate, the Merciful. Perish be the hands of Abu Lahab, and perish be he, his wealth and whatever he earned shall not avail him anything. Soon he shall be burned in a flaming fire, and his wife, the carrier of firewood, shall have a rope of palm leaf fiber around her neck. Surah Ikhlas. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. In the name of compassionate, in the name of Allah, the most compassionate, the merciful. Say, He is Allah, the one and only. Allah is self-sufficient. He begets not, nor is he begotten, and there is none comparable to him. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Surah Falaq. In the name of Allah, the Compassionate, the Merciful, say, I seek refuge with the Rabb of the dawn from the evil of all that He has created, and from the evil of darkness when it overspreads, from the evil of those who blow in knots, and from the evil of the envier when he envies. Finally, Surah Nas. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, in the name of Allah, the Compassionate, the Merciful. Say, I seek refuge in the Rabb of mankind, the King of mankind, the real God of mankind, from the evil of the retreating whisperer who whispers in the hearts of mankind, whether he be from among the jinn or from mankind. And now, since we have completed the entire Quran Sharif in English, there's a prayer for the completion of Quran here, and we're going to read it. O Allah, in my grave, change my fear into love. O Allah, have mercy on me in the name of this great Quran, and make it for me a guide and light and the source of your guidance and mercy. O Allah, make me remember what of it I have forgotten. Make me know of it that which I have become ignorant of. And make me recite it in the hours of the night and on the day, and make it an argument in my favor. O Sustainer of all the worlds. Ameen. And that's the completion of 30 juz of the Quran Sharif in English translation. May Allah accept it. Ameen.